Well, hello there, people there, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to part 11 of my Let's Play Doki Doki Fallen Angel. In the previous episodes, my character, I, opened up to Yuri about the home situation. Apparently, there's this guy, the character, me, hasn't had a very easy home life either. Kind of like what Natsuki has been telling me. And yeah, Yuri was very thankful that we opened up to her about that. And we promised to read the sequel to, what's the fucking book called again? Lonely Isolation, or... yeah, I promised to read the sequel with Yuri. Because it ended on a cliffhanger, the book. And we also went to another appointment with Dr. Langton. We talked to him about Yuri's self-harm. And he has described her some antidepressants. And I believe we're gonna go to see him again at some point. And yeah, we fell asleep in Yuri's bed together. I gently opened my eyes. I grabbed my phone to look at the time. It's still fairly early. Is the sun out? Looking through the curtains, it appears the clouds still haven't fully subsided. There's still a light shower outside. I turn to see Yuri has mysteriously vanished. Huh? I smell food. I quickly get up and start my normal routine. Whilst brushing my teeth, I realize how stupid I look in this kimono. I walk downstairs into the living room. Good morning, Mark. Oh, no darling this time. Yuri is hovering over the stove, a pan sizzling atop it. Hey! I called that out. What, no darling this time? Yuri doesn't respond, but I can tell by her blushing cheeks that she heard me. I sit down at the table and Yuri follows, plates in hand. I start to dig into my breakfast. So what are the plans for today? Well, I talk with my mouth full. I was thinking we could go to the pharmacy to pick up your prescription. Then after that we can return to that one spot from yesterday and have a picnic. Yuri smiles ear to ear. That sounds really nice. Yes, that's why I came up with it. I hope the weather clears up though. Oh yeah, it was raining outside. I take another bite of my food. Still chewing and give her a big nod. Mark, I had something I wanted to do as well, but if it's okay with you. Of course, what is it? I wanted to throw out my knife collection. Oh, okay. This comes as a shock to me. I'm surprised to be sure, but again, surprised to be sure, but a welcome one. I think that's a great idea. Really? Are you sure you're ready to do it? Yeah, there we go. If I want to get better, I have to throw out all temptation. It will be hard to get rid of the collection I've worked so hard for. But I think this will be a good way to end this chapter of my life and open a new, brighter one. I'm happy to hear that, Yuri. We continue to eat in silence. A lot of silence. I don't know how to whistle. Pardon? I thought I'd break the silence with a fun fact about myself. I can't whistle. Never been able to in all my life. I've tried as hard as I can. Looked it up, asked other people, still can't whistle. Just thought I'd share one of my weird quirks. Take another bite of my food. When I watch TV, I always put the volume on an even number. I know that, Yuri. I do that. I actually do that too. I always put the volume on my TV on 32. I let out a chuckle. What? It bothers me the volume is on... Yeah. Yeah, it does. Holy shit. I mean, I've already said many times that Yuri is very much like me, but it's very scary how like they're more playing different mods and Yuri's becoming more and more like me. What the fuck? Or I'm becoming more like you. No. Well, I don't know. I don't know who started it first. I can't watch it unless the volume level is uneven, or at the very least a multiple of 5. I have no idea why. It's just always been like that. I've just always been like that. I can't help but smile. So. There's my fun fact. That's cute. Yuri turns beet red. Alright, here's another one. Oh, by the way. Oh, well, I guess I can't whistle either. There we go, that's better. When my shoelaces are untied, I always announce that my shoes are untied. I have no idea why, it makes absolutely no sense. I'll just say, oh, my shoes are untied, and then I'll bend down and tie them. Doesn't matter if I'm alone or in public either. Yuri looks at me as if I'm some sort of psychopath. But then she says, that's cute. Now it's my turn to blush a little. Okay, now your turn. Let's see. Whenever I'm walking, I'll accidentally drag my foot whilst taking a step. I'll then purposely drag the other foot as well, as if my mind is trying to balance out my body or something. I've always found it very strange. I've no idea why I do it. I don't know if it could be labeled as some form of OCD or perhaps something else. I'd say you're just weird. We share a laugh and continue our meals. I check the time. We should start getting ready. We can get to the pharmacy early. Come back, throw out your knife collection, and then have the rest of the day to do whatever. Very well. I'll go get dressed. Yuri comes down looking as beautiful as ever. Ready to go? Yes, let's go. Yuri and I arrive at the pharmacy, okay? Well, it's Dr. Peter Langton's waiting room, but okay. Pharmacist, how can I help you? I look at Yuri. Prescription for Yuri. Can I get a last name? Yes, it's... Oh, my shoe's untied. I look down and realize I left my shoelace. My left shoelaces were undone. I get down on one knee. Loop-de-loop and pull, and your shoes are looking cool. I stand back up. Here you go. Oh, we never learned Yuri's last name! Oh, that's like one of those tropes where it's like an episode. I can't remember which episode that was, but that episode in Jimmy Neutron where, because in Jimmy Neutron when they're out in space like all the time, but they never wear a space helmet. They never wear like a space suit or whatever. But of course, it's not fucking possible to be out in space and not wear a helmet. And there's one episode where Jimmy is flying in his spaceship along with Sheen and Carl, and Sheen is asking Jimmy like, "Hey, how the hell do we why don't we ever need a space helmet?" And Jimmy's like, "Oh, that's a very interesting question." And when he's about to what's it called? When he's about to explain it, you can hear Carl singing, and he's singing a very stupid song about the moon or about space or whatever. And then you don't actually hear the explanation. It's a fucking amazing. He's like, "Oh, I want to know why." It's exactly like that. That's amazing. I want to know Yuri's last name. I was playing The Sims, The Sims 3 a long while ago, like around when I was playing Doki Doki for the first time. And what the hell was that? It looked like there was lightning outside. The fuck. I was playing The Sims 3 like round when I was playing Doki Doki Literature Club for the first time. And I also tried to make the characters in The Sims, because that's what... That was lightning. That was lightning, I just heard the thunder. Lightning to the thunder, thunder... Or whatever, however that song goes. But yeah, I was playing The Sims 3, and then I just played Doki Doki Literature Club for the first time. So I obviously tried to remake the characters in The Sims, because that's what you do, because I'm a child. And of course in The Sims you have to give your characters a first and last name. So I had to make up their last names, because because the game doesn't give them a last name. So I named Monica. Monica's last name was Green, because her eyes are green. And it's like, that's a bit of a theme as well, like her green eyes and all that type of stuff. And I gave Natsuki and Sayori some random Japanese names. And Yuri's last name was Swan, like S-W-A-N. Because a swan is a very elegant creature, and, Yuri is quite elegant, so... My headcanon last name of Yuri is Swan, so there. So she said that to the pharmacist as well. Headcanon. Yuri checks the tag to clarify that it's the right prescription. You want to take your dosage twice a day, so every 12 hours. Thank you. You're welcome. The pharmacist gives us a big smile. Is that it? I flash glances between the two of them. Do you have any other questions? No, I think I understand everything. Thank you again. My pleasure. I take Yuri's hand and we exit the building. It's oddly convenient that everywhere we go is in downtown. Is that just a play on the fact that you don't have any other backgrounds or whatever? Alright, Yuri. How about we head back to your house and go throughout your knife collection? Triple dots. Yuri takes a moment to ponder this. It's obvious she doesn't share my enthusiasm about removing her collection. Perhaps it holds more emotional connection than I thought. Yeah, that's also why you shouldn't have suggested it in that manner. It sounds like a good idea, Mark. That's my specialty. Having good ideas? No, being called Mark. Nice. We arrived back at Yuri's house. Yuri is upstairs. She said she wanted to change into something more comfortable. Whatever that means. I'll just sit here and wait. Bzzz. Oh, is that Monica? I reach into my pocket to grab my phone. I wonder who it's from. I just got a letter. I just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Or something like that. It's an unknown number. I hope you're enjoying your break. Wait. Is this the same person who was sending me those weird texts a few weeks back? I type a response. What do you want? You know what I want. Yet you still haven't given it to me. This is ridiculous. I don't know what you want. So just leave me alone or I'll call the police. You don't have to worry about that. My plan is already in motion. Plan? What the hell does that mean? Mark? Ah. I turn around to see Yuri behind me. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything is fine. I slide my phone back into my pocket. I just dozed off waiting for you. You scared me a little. My apologies. It's alright. You ready now? Inhale. Oh. Okay. We head upstairs. We enter her bedroom. We take a seat on the floor. Yuri reaches under the bed and pulls out a briefcase? That doesn't seem right. A briefcase. Sized wooden box. She pops the latches and the top flings open. My eyes sparkle in amazement. There's a what? A plethora of all kinds of knives. What on earth is a plethora? When I saw the word, it kind of looked like placenta, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? Right. I'll just really quickly Google what a plethora is. I mean, I guess that means an abundance of some sort, but... Plethora. A large or excessive amount of something. Yeah, okay, so it's like an abundance. It's just a different word for it. Okay. Learned something new today. Ranging from pocket knives to butterfly knives. Oh, nice. Can you do tricks, Yuri? I would love it. Like, or however people can do that. Like, I always do that in CSGO. I don't play CSGO that much anymore, but I have a butterfly knife in CSGO. And I always like mess around it when I walk around towards whatever side I'm defending or attacking or whatever. It's so satisfying when the guy like twirls his fingers around and you see that fucking butterfly knife like click, click, clack its way around your fingers. It looks awesome. Needle points, tanto points, straight backs. Must be some knife terms that I am not aware of. It's not just the type of knives either. They're all exotic with their own unique design and color. Wow. That's all I can say in this moment. Again, we don't have to throw it away. Like that's definitely something that Yuri has a lot of emotion to. Like, I don't want to just throw that away. Like, I understand you want to get rid of the urge, but then just lock it or something. Like, put it in a nice safe with a combination so that you can't get to it easily. And if you want to look at it, make sure that I'm there, or make sure that someone is there, or make sure that you're in a clear state of mind so that you know that you won't actually be tempted by the knives to cut or anything. So something like that. So just to make it not as accessible. That already works, because like if you have to take extra steps in order to get to the knives, that'll help, because that gives you extra time to try and calm yourself down, and maybe like by the time you've reached the safe and like tried to like you're shaking a bit, you've messed up the combination a few times, then you know, like you maybe like can grab your phone and call me like, hey, I'm feeling a massive urge to cut, so could you please come over? And you know, I'll be there 5 seconds later, because then I'll be like, I'll just doesn't matter where I am, I'll come over straight away. Like, you know, like you don't have to fucking throw it out immediately, because you know, it's not, she didn't like collect those knives for nothing, just for cutting, you know, she just collected them because she genuinely liked collecting them. I never thought I'd use the word beautiful to describe a knife. How would you even acquire items like these? I almost asked, but Yuri speaks up first. They're beautiful, aren't they? She took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. I thought she may have had just a few pocket knives. This is pretty incredible though. This one is my favorite. She picks one up. It's solid steel with light blue waves etched into it. I watch her twirl it around with her thin fingers. Would you like to hold one? I nod. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, like a sensei handing his pupil a sword. I hold the knife in my dominant hand. It's a lot heavier than I thought. As I turn it around, it's should be no apostrophe there, because I was confused. I was very confused, but it's light blue blades, so it means it's the light blue blade of it. Now, not it is. Because now it says, as I turn it around, it is light blue blade reflects the light. But you mean it's light blue blade, no apostrophe, reflects the light. Out of curiosity, I run my thumb perpendicular to the blade. It's sharp. Seem to it's not to cut my own finger, it's pretty fucking sharp, Yuri. You seem to handle it pretty well, though. I wouldn't say that, more so I just have the common sense not to prick my finger into the point of a knife. Yuri continues to examine me, examining the blade. You know, Mark, for a long time these were the only things I had. There was a time where I had just given up on love. And then you showed up. And you showed me I don't need these things. I felt the same way about myself, that there was no one out there for me. I would just live my life playing video games and be fine with it. But that day when I looked into your eyes, I knew that everything would be okay. How much do you love me, Mark? Huh? I asked, how much do you love me? Well, that's an unexpected question. I suppose I love you 3,000. 3,000? Yeah, that's a big number. That's just how much I love you. Yuri brushes bright breath. That was really cheesy, Mark. It ain't easy being cheesy. Also, don't pretend you didn't like it. Now, I suppose we should dump these. Out of nowhere, a ringing cut through the air. Oh, Yuri answers the phone. Hello? Triple dot, triple dot, triple dot, triple dot. Yuri's expression breaks. She turns wide-eyed and pale, as if she'd seen a ghost. Is everything okay? Yuri shoots up onto her feet. We have to go now. What's going on? She grabs me by the hand and we rush out of her house. Okay, what the hell's going on? This better not be Monica. Holy shit, we're in a hospital. I don't know what happened, but it's definitely Monica. Here I am, sitting at a hospital hall. I don't really remember running here. The hospital isn't exactly close by, so I don't even know how we got here. I'm exhausted and I can't keep up with how many thoughts are racing through my mind. Yuri still hasn't told me what's going on. She tried explaining, but she stuttered and talked so fast it was incomprehensible. Suddenly, a small pink figure enters my... Oh, okay. Oh my god, no. If it's not... Oh no, it's not Yuri. It's not Natsuki. I doubt it's Monica. That only leaves one left. No! Natsuki? Natsuki, are you okay? What happened? Sayori, I feel like a knife twisting into my chest. My words are spoken softly. What about Sayori? Natsuki talks slowly and in between sobs. I walked into the house. I was going to make some dinner and I called her down and she wasn't answering me. I went up to her room and knocked. She still wasn't responding, so I gently opened the door. Of course. Why would you even say it like that? Screw you, mod developer. And what? What did she see? Well, I think we all know what she saw. Where's Sayori? It's okay, Natsuki. It's okay as in you're allowed to cry, or oh, it's okay as in Sayori is still alive? I've been so lost this entire time I forgot Yuri was still here. Just breathe in and out. Natsuki, what happened next? Sayori hanged herself. I guess she didn't make it then. I fall back into my seat. The knife twists deeper into my chest. I can't breathe. I can't believe what I just heard. I want to deny it. I want to pretend it's some sick joke. That none of this is real. I think back to my last interaction with Sayori. I think of my childhood friend. That bubbly girl that always smiled and always made other people happy. Yet I couldn't make her happy. This is all my fault. I know what you're doing. I look back at Natsuki. Stop blaming yourself. Holy shit, yeah, Natsuki, you're a fucking amazing friend. That you just see through that, that's pretty fucking good, Natsuki. It's not your fault. Yes, it is. If you knew the whole story, you would know this is all because of me. Mark, Yuri puts her hand on my shoulder, but oh, come on. But I smack it away. Don't touch me! Neither of you can understand. I just need to think. The doctor approaches us with a sour face. You are Sayori's friends, correct? Yes. You've come into contact with her parents. They're on their way, but it will still be some time until they arrive. Your kids should go home. We'll take care of her. Is she going to be okay? I'm no longer listening. Why? I want to hear! Like, what the fuck? It sounds like she's still alive, but I want to know. I just sit there with my head down, thinking about everything I could have done to change it. The doctor and the girls keep talking, but it's all muffled sounds to me. Their voices have been drowned out by my own thoughts. But there's one word that I can make out. A word that pounds on all the edges of my mind. Coma. Okay. Act 3. Turning burnt pages. Ooh, there's a match there. A box of matches. Okay, well, I think we can all agree that that was Monica. That it wasn't just random. I think we can all agree that Monica did that. But okay, she's in a coma. Okay. She's in a coma. She isn't dead yet, but of course a coma doesn't automatically mean that everything is fantastic, because of course it still isn't, but at least she isn't dead. It's at least something. That just depends if and how she leaves that coma. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. Ever since I heard about Sayori, I haven't left my house. The only time I leave my bed is to eat and to use the bathroom. Mainly the latter, as I rarely choose to eat. The pain from my empty stomach is the only thing I feel anymore. I can't believe I couldn't save my best friends. I was the only person who could, and I chose not to. Several soft pounds on my door. I don't respond. Yuri's muffled voice comes from the other side of the door. Mark? Please come out. It's the same line every day. And every day I refuse to move. I failed everyone. I can't show my face to anyone or risk bringing them only pain. Please, you have to believe it wasn't your fault. Lies! It's all lies! She wasn't there when Sayori handed me her heart. She wasn't there when I crushed it and dropped it onto the floor. You can't just stay in your room for the rest of your life. You have to come out and talk to me. Please, just listen to me. Doesn't she understand I don't want to be held? Help is for people who deserve it. You're talking just like Sayori now, by the way. And she definitely deserved every bit of help. Very well then. Don't talk to me. I just wanted to give you this. A paper slides underneath my door threshold. I lay in my bed for a while before getting up. I pick up the piece of paper. What do you mean? Is Yuri in my house? Or did I grab this from the front door? Like, what the hell? A bird in the sky. A human can never understand how a bird feels. A bird has wings that allow it to soar highly, but a human can never truly understand that feeling. A human can only go so high with their own being. We look up at the blue sky with envy, with hope to experience the feeling of true freedom. Like a bird that soars through the sky, and the bird may never be able to understand the feelings of us. While it may be on the ground for a moment, it can take off at its own accord. So we look up into the sky with curiosity, and hope that we may one day feel as weightless as a bird. Huh? Yuri's poems are usually very symbolic and cryptic, but I have no issue deciphering this one. This poem is about Yuri and me. I represent the birds that can fly to its heart content, and she looks at me with envy. Even with everything I've done, she still holds me highly. But why? I wipe a straight tear from my eye. Under the threshold I can spot a shadow. I slowly turn the knob. Whoa, hi! Yuri barrels through and crashes into me. She was leaning against the door listening. It stopped and somehow she does onto my bed. She grips me tightly and cries into my chest. Mark! I wrap my arm around her. She lightly pounds onto my chest. Don't you ever do that again! For my sake! She stares at me blankly, and then goes back into burying her face in my chest. I thought I lost you. I'm sorry, Yuri. You see now that I'm just a failure. Don't say that! Please don't say that. She continues to stare at me. I meet her gaze. Her soft lavender eyes, red from tears, pierce into my own. Why are you here? Like you said to me, when you love someone you don't give up. Because giving up is too devastating. Love. Such a stupid and confusing word. The word that caused all of it. Yet I can't get it out of my head. Jeez, get out of my head! Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. The poem you wrote, is that really how you feel? Yuri nods. She's not crying anymore. I was lost in my own little world. I had pushed everyone away, thinking it would be better, but I was only imprisoning myself. But you're strong. You can do anything. And you showed me how I can be like that as well. I'm not who you think I am. You've placed me on this high pedestal I can never reach. Look at me, Yuri. Look what I've caused. Yuri places her hand on my cheek. It's warm and soft. Mountains cannot rise without earthquakes. Don't let this moment define who you are. Yuri continues to stare deeply into I continue to stare deeply into her eyes. Maybe she's right. I've been beating myself up because of what happened to Sayori. I've become what I've been trying to help others avoid. You've become the very thing you swore to destroy. You helped me. It's my turn to help you. You don't have to suffer alone anymore. With that statement I break down. I no longer hide my feelings. Yuri and I both begin to stream tears. We sit there in silence, holding each other. Oh, I got you something. What? Yuri exits the room. She quickly returns. She pulls a bag out from behind her back. What is this? Just something. A thank you gift for everything you've done. You didn't have to do that. I know. Yuri gives me a soft smile. I begin to reach inside the bag. I feel something solid. It feels like a block of wood. I pull it out. It's an old portable radio. I found it in an antique store downtown. I thought it was cute. And I know how much you like music. I run my hands along the edge of it until I reach its dials. Click. If you love me, let me go. I can't sing. Click. Hey there, Delilah. What it's like in... I don't know that song. Click. Hey, fallen angel. Fallen angel in the dark. Never thought you'd fall. So, click. You're my wonderwall. Click. I look back up at Yuri. I only knew one of those songs. I don't know if the other ones were real or not, but I only knew that first one. I look back up at Yuri. Thank you. There's more. More? This is a bucket. Dear God, there's more. No! I reach back into the bag again. I pull the item out. It's a picture frame with a portrait of Yuri. I'm not very good with gifts. Do girlfriends normally give portraits of themselves to their boyfriends? Not usually in this context, but it doesn't matter. I love it. And I love you. Yuri slides next to me and rests her head on my shoulder. I stare at her. Love. Still such an odd word to me. Every time it exits my mouth, exits my mouth, I feel strange. But I'll continue to tell it to Yuri, because this is the girl I fell in love with.